of all, we're here to talk about golf tournaments. Sometimes you really have to ask yourself, is this a good thing I'm doing? That's one of, you know how internet, you get all these wacky pictures. This was a parenting group of pictures, and that apparently is a legitimate picture that somebody made that decision to put a kid with a plastic bag on his face and throw him on the front of a motorcycle with 3 people on it. So you have to ask yourself, is this a good thing I'm doing? Running golf tournaments is not for everybody. So the first question, or first couple questions you really need to ask yourself is A, do you have some golfers or do you know golfers? That may sound like a pretty basic question, but to have a golf tournament, you have got to have golfers or no golfers, or have people, and we'll talk about committees, who have the ability to contact and connect with golfers. And this is critical. Do you have a committee? And we're going to talk a lot about committees and how important the committees are and who you need on your committee and what their roles and responsibilities are. But those are 2 questions you have to ask yourself. You want to set the objective. One of the things that we're going to be talking about, and one of the themes throughout this morning, is to run a successful golf tournament, you are running a small business. You need to be thinking through the entire process that I am running a small business, and you'll see all the elements that are associated with the tournament that become part of that theory. And then where is the money going? Especially if you're doing a fundraiser, you have to have a credible charity, a credible 501c. You can take notes if you want, but this is one you need to write down. Okay? I will give you the key right now to making money at a golf tournament. Okay, we ready? Don't spend more than you make. Is you're going to turn your event into a marketing tool for them. A sellout for a golf tournament is 144 people. Okay? Well, Mr. Sponsor, you know what? I got this great charity. All I'm looking for is $2,500 or $5,000 for a sponsorship. And you know what? For $5,000, I'm going to put a sign on a hole, and 144 people are going to see it. Yeah. Okay. Or they go, you know what? I could drop $5,000 on KTAR and expose my business to 45, 50,000 people. I could drop $5,000 on 3 different small ads in the Phoenix Business Journal and expose my business to a lot more people. So what we need to do is figure out how can we turn this thing into a marketing event and make it a marketing tool so these people are getting their return on their investment. So the way you do that is you come up with a target market. Now, obviously, registration fees are critical. One of the things that we recommend at the GTAA as you're looking at your budget is how do you determine your registration? Why do you need volunteers? First of all, you can't do it alone. It'll kill you. You can't do it alone. Volunteers, committee members bring new ideas. I'm not going to tell you, I don't have every answer in here. I'm not the know-all and see-all guru of golf tournaments. I learn something new every day. I'll read about a tournament and go, wow, what a great idea. Or talk to people being in the golf business. Everybody comes up, hey, Bob, I did this. Have you heard of this? Everybody has these great ideas. So you need that brain trust to pull off a successful golf tournament. You need these volunteers to help you come up with the ideas. In addition, as we're going to talk about, the other theme besides you're running a small business is how important contacts and relationships are in pulling off a golf tournament. The more volunteers you have, the more contacts, the more relationships, the bigger the database. Fee. I have seen a zillion different numbers. Sometimes you kind of throw a dartboard and say we're going to charge $125, we're going to charge $100. Maybe it just feels good, but ideally, the way you handle your registration fees is the registration fee should cover your main expenses. So I've got paying $70 to the golf course for a round of golf. I'm going to have a little continental breakfast. We're going to have a little lunch. So that's maybe 25 or 30 bucks a head. So I'm in for 100 bucks. We're going to talk about how important the registration gift bag and the goodie bag is. So I'm going to spend maybe 25 bucks, 30 bucks on a really nice registration gift bag to guarantee that I've got something out there. So I'm in for 130. So your registration fee should be something around that. Maybe it's $1.50, looking product. Websites. You're not credible unless you have a website nowadays. Sorry, plain and simple. Maybe it wasn't the case, but you got to have a website. Now, whether or not it's your organization's website or everybody's committee organization's website and you're going to promote it, that's great. But I would highly recommend getting a tournament-specific website. There's a number of them out there that give you online registration. They are very easy to use. They're typically template-based websites. One of our preferred vendors is called Birdie's Registration. One that I've used a number of times prior to Birdie's coming on board is Do Jiggy Golf Registration, D-O-J-I-G-G-Y. This is some of the stuff that people talk about, and there's a zillion different types of games and contests that are out there. Plus, you have more winners rather than the first, second, and third place. The more winners you have, the more excited they are, the more they're going to want to come back. Plus, you can turn these games and contests into more money makers. It's all about making money. As an example, everybody has longest drive, closest to the pin, straight drive. Well, closest to the pin, which is basically you tee off, and they got this little sign wherever the ball lands. Somebody writes their name on it, puts it in there. If somebody gets a little closer, they pull it up, write their name on it, and put it in there. Well, that's great, and at the end, they get a prize or a goodie or whatever for close to the pin. Make it a gambling hole. Now, I apologize for the sexism, but there's a certain reality. With golf tournaments, typically are majority male, unless it's some kind of special female event. But if you have a attractive, younger woman, lady, at the hole, and somebody comes up, and on the closest to the pin, you draw a big white circle around the hole, maybe 15 feet, and this young lady says, I want to gamble with you. If you pay me $5 and you land in that hole, I'm going to give you 10. You pay me 10, I'm going to give you 20. Give me 20, I'll pay you 40, whatever. Okay? Guess what? Amateur golfers, under pressure, with an attractive young girl watching them hit, will not be able to get it in the hole. There's no way. It is like printing money on a gambling hole. Green golf events. One of the things that I do as a company is I own 4 Green Golf, and I do eco-friendly golf tournaments. So I got to take a minute to talk a little bit about making your tournament eco-friendly. I got some of the products and stuff that I sell for your goodie bag. Like I said, this is a bamboo shirt. I got bamboo. I got organic cotton. I got paper made out of poo-poo. These tees are bamboo golf tees. So I got a website and a catalog and all kinds of stuff. But to make the tournament a green golf, got Tom Scouten from Tonta Verde. I'd like to give him a couple of minutes to talk about this beautiful facility. First of all, I'd like to thank Samantha for coordinating